Oh, great. So we're live. Mhm. Yes, yeah. Okay, great. Good evening, everyone. If you can see me, drop a comment in the chat box. It's good to have you here. Hello. If you're joining and you're here already, drop a comment so that I can know that I have people with me here on this platform. So we'll wait for people to join us. Oh, beautiful. And when you're joining, hey, hi, Kendi Adigun. Thank you so much for joining. Hi, Kafayat. So basically just drop where you're joining us from, anywhere that you are. It will be very nice to know where you're joining us from. Kendi Adigun, thank you so much. You're the very first person here. You deserve a round of applause. It's good to have you. Olaniyo Peter, it's good to have you. Hi, the intentional Nini. I hope I got that right. It's good to have you. Joy, great. It's good to have you. And I'm glad you guys are here. Yes, nice. Oh, beautiful. Nice from Abia State. That's very good. And Kafayat, you're joining from Lagos. Oh, that's very lovely. It's good to have you. It's good to have you on this event that is organized by Mildred. It's also a privilege to be here myself. So yes, the intentional, nice, yeah. So great. Just drop where you're joining from so that we can start. Okay, so great one. We'll be talking today. Yes, so you can see that message as well. Introduce yourself. Let us know where you're participating from. The lifestyle of faith. Yes, it's good to have you. So a great one. I'm glad to be here. This is the very first workshop we'll be having. And basically we'll be looking at understanding email list building. Understanding email list building. Let's forge ahead. What are we going to be talking about this evening? Yes, you're joining from Osun State. That's very beautiful. Wow, someone is joining us from the United States of America. That's very lovely as well. Okay, can you hear me? If you can hear me clearly, just type in yes, and then we're going to shoot. Like I said, this is the very first workshop that is being organized by Mildred. We're looking at the email list building challenge, and most definitely we will be having a host of other facilitators that will be speaking with us. So today we'll be talking about understanding email list building, and basically we'll be looking about three major highlights, and then we'll look at it, we'll have a conversation around it, and most definitely, if you have questions, we will take that later on as we progress. So before we proceed, let's talk about who am I, who is speaking with you today. My name is Abidemi Abiodun. I'm an email marketing specialist, but basically there are a few interesting things about me. I started out in the finance sector. I'm a chartered accountant, by the way, a fellow of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria. And I spent about 19 years, foraging through different sectors in the finance industry, trusteeship, investment banking, private equity, or venture capital, as you may want to call it, financial services, information provider, and all of that. So after 19 years, of balancing the books, basically, I pivoted into something that was close to my heart. I started out with proofreading and, of course, copy editing and content writing. And then I went into copywriting, and I niched down to email copywriting and email marketing. I specialize in email marketing. Hi, Femi Aderinwoye. Thank you so much. Introduce yourself and let us also know where you are where you're joining us from. So it's great to have every one of us. It's great to have us here this evening. And then we'll be looking at email list building. That is what my session will be looking at. And I'm happy to take you on this journey. So let's blast off. So first thing we're going to look at, I said we'll be talking about three major things this evening. We'll be looking at the importance of building an email list for businesses. I believe a lot of us here, you're joining from Lagos, great. I believe a lot of us here are creators, we are entrepreneurs, we are service providers and all of that. And then we need to understand what email list building is for those of us who don't have an email list yet, or you don't even know what email marketing is all about. Okay, and one thing that you need to drop for me in the comment section is also to know what your understanding of email marketing. If it's beginners, if it's intermediate, or if you're very versed in email marketing, I would like to know so that it will also help in this conversation, in this discussion, so that I'll know how to take us from one level to another. So this evening, the highlights for today's conversation, we'll be looking at the importance of building an email list for businesses. We want to look at, I can say that a beginner, that's great. Beginner, beautiful. Labiba Badadin, I'm sorry, I hope I didn't get that wrong. Thank you for joining. Yes, so I can see that we have a lot of beginners here. So that's beautiful. It's going to help with, the conversation and how I'll carry everyone along on this journey. So we'll be talking about the importance of building an email list for businesses. We'll be looking at the benefits of having a targeted email list. Then we'll be looking at the overview of email list building process. Now that I know that a lot of us are beginners, it will also help a lot in the conversation that we are going to have. So let's get right in. So what's the importance of building an email list for businesses? So whatever business that you're in now, the first question I want to ask you is, what is your fallback plan if you lose your social media accounts today? Social media is the talk of the town, is the in thing. A lot of people are very much on, all the social media platforms and all that. While, yes, good old email, it's been there since, Sandra from Imo State, you're a beginner. Thank you so much. And welcome on board. So email has been there for long. And over the years, I always call email marketing the underdog that has refused to die. And email marketing it's something every business, if you don't have an email list and you have not been, you don't have a community or a channel that you communicate with your audience via the email, if you don't have that before, the next best time is to go ahead and start building an email list. So that question that I'm asking, what's your fallback plans if you lose your social media platform accounts today? I know a lot of people will say, oh, have my email list. For those who already have an email list, I can say that a lot of us here are beginners. So, okay. Nice is saying there's nothing to fall back to, unfortunately. Wow. So you're in the right place. You are in the right place. And this is going to help you. Today's workshop is really going to help you so that you will have something not to fall back on, but should be your front burner. So if your answer is something else, just like Nice has said, that she doesn't have anything to fall back on, then this is the time to start building your email list. This is the right time, and you're in the right place to start building your email list. And then what I want you to know is there'll be no email marketing if there's no email list or list building. We're going to take it a step at a time as we go so that you understand what email list is about, and then definitely how to go about building your email list. So what is list building? What is list building? So I'm welcoming Adedeji Ilaria again. He's joining from Abeokuta. Thank you so much. So what is list building? List building is getting the email addresses of people into your email list. List building is getting email addresses of people into your email list. Your email list basically is that record of email addresses of contacts, people who have either bought from you at some point, people who have heard about you, who have come in contact with you one way or the other. That record that you keep of their email addresses is what we call your email list. So that list building is getting the email addresses of people into your email list. And remember, they are people. Remember that I said email addresses of people. So at the back of your mind, when you're setting out to build your email list, it's very important to understand that there are people behind those addresses. They are not just data. They are not just addresses that you are taking record of or you're warehousing on your email service provider, which I will talk about a little bit later. But you need to remember that they are people and not just addresses. So you will learn to treat those people as such. So that anytime you're sending out email, you know that, oh, I'm sending it out to, let me use myself, Abidemi. Okay, I'm sending out an email to Abidemi. And it's because I want Abidemi to be aware of what I am doing, the service that I'm offering, the value that I want to give, and to help us solve one problem or the other. And then in doing so, I need to understand that it is a human being called Abidemi that is going to read this email and that is going to take the action that I expect her to take. So basically, like I said, they are addresses of people. So you should remember that, and then you treat them as such. So many successful businesses, with tons of email subscribers, I'm sure some of us are on an email list, and you probably got the information about this workshop either through one source or the other, or some through emails. Maybe someone forwarded the email to us, or we saw it somewhere. Successful businesses with tons and tons of email subscribers all started at ground zero. I remember Nice saying that she doesn't have an email list and she doesn't have anything to fall back on, unfortunately. So we will remove that, unfortunately, because you've taken the right step in the right direction. And basically, this is the time for you to start. And then we're going to look at that. And some other facilitators will also help you with that, in the course of this workshop. So you need to know that everybody that has a huge email list started somewhere. They all started from ground zero email list. They didn't have one single individual on their email list. So they all started from ground zero. So don't be fazed, don't be scared, and start afraid, so that you would start building your email list one step. You put one step after another, and as you go ahead, most definitely you would see how that works. So like I said, it's where you capture and you own your audience. Yes, you capture the email addresses, and then you have these people as your audience, where you develop long-term relationships with your audience. It's not just how do I put it? It's not just a 100-meter dash. It's not just a 100-meter dash. It's a marathon. It's a marathon. So definitely, you're starting somewhere. It is where you are building your own audience. It is where you are forging and nurturing long-term relationship. And this long-term relationship is what you are building up daily, where you give value to your audience, and then in return, they will buy from you the service that you're offering. So one thing you need to know, as beautiful and as versatile and as wonderful as social media is, those platforms don't belong to you. If you can still hear me and you're with me, just type in a yes so that I'll know that I'm not alone on this platform. Type in a yes if you're following so far. Type in a yes if you're following so far. Oh, beautiful. Oh, great, 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 great. Thank you so much. I can see that. So as much as social media platforms are beautiful, they are versatile, they are the in thing now. Thank you so much. I can see all the yeses. You don't have control over it. If a lot of us will remember, about a year or two ago, if you can remember, on the same day, Instagram, WhatsApp, and Facebook all went off. And you can imagine the turmoil, the panic, that people were thrown into, because these platforms were like the shops, the display units of a lot of businesses. So a lot of people from then on, from that time, from that experience, now went back to their email list. A lot of people had abandoned their email list. And one beautiful thing about email list is, even if you're changing your email service provider, that is those softwares that you build, that you have your list on, you are going with your email list, you are going with your audience, you're going with your set of community. So even if you have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 service providers that you're using at the same time for one reason or the other, you take your email list along with you. So that is your own land that you're cultivating. So that's one importance of building your own email list. And another thing, people can hack into your Instagram. You can one day you just wake up and realize that your Instagram has been hacked into. You don't have access. A lot of people have lost thousands and thousands and thousands of followers, and they have to start all over again. This is not so with your email list. You can jump from one ESP to another. You are going with your email list. You have the ability to export your email list and upload into another one. So in case there's a glitch, in case you get banned, we know people get banned on Instagram for one reason or the other. In case you get hacked, this will not affect you if you have an email list that you can fall back on. So, and then social media platforms can die at any moment. We know there have been some sort of social media platforms way back, even before the advent of Instagram, before the advent of Facebook. And it's like season, some will fall out of, they won't become the in thing anymore. Years back, we didn't have TikTok. Today we have TikTok. Maybe in another 5, 6, 7, 10 years, it may have been replaced with another social media platform, depending on maybe Gen Z or Gen Infinity or whatever. But basically, social media platforms, they have their beauty. They are beautiful. They are wonderful. But you are just limited one way or the other in terms of ownership. And one thing you need to know is emails convert better. These are people who are in your community. These are people that you are nurturing. So all of these things help you. And research says that for every $1 that you invest in email marketing, you get between the range of $37 to $42 as ROI, that's return on investment. So email converts better, and that's on a period. So when someone is your subscriber and the person goes through a journey with you in which they know you, they like you, and they trust you, they are most likely to end up buying from you. That's a given. And that's what they call the law of reciprocity, because you have given them value. You have over the years in that journey that you've been on with, you have, that customer journey that they have been on with you, they will reciprocate the value that you have given to them along the line by buying from you. So that's the avenue for you, to sell your products. So let's look at the benefits of having targeted email list. If you're still with me, I want you to type, if you quite understand that very first part that we've spoken about, that is the importance of having your own email list. Let me have a thumbs up. Okay, someone is saying sorry. Maybe you can drop your comments. Okay. Okay, someone is saying she has lost series of accounts on Instagram. Yes. So give me an emoji, a thumbs up, so that we'll know that we're done and we quite understood the importance of building an email list. Yes, thank you so much, Alani Peter. So yes, let's forge ahead. So let's go on and let's look at the benefits of having targeted email list. You know that I've said earlier that, thank you so much, intentional Nini, that's nice. That's beautiful. Thank you so much. So let's quickly go to the benefits of having a targeted email list. You know that I've said earlier that your email list is, those email addresses that you have of people that have come into your space, and then you're able to, have a community of people that that will know, like, and trust you and will buy from you eventually when you nurture your email list. So let's look at the benefits of having targeted email lists. I start with CATS. That's C-A-T-S. What do I mean by C-A-T-S? C-A-T-S simply means the right content, is an acronym for this statement I'm going to make. The right content to the right audience at the right time equals success. Let me repeat that again. The right content to the right audience at the right time equals success. So meaning that if you have a targeted email list and you send to them the right content, because that email list is targeted, they are your right audience. And because they are your right audience and you send it to them at the right time, which, with time, you get to know the right time to send email list. Okay, Joy, to send email list, then you will have wonderful success. Your email marketing campaigns will be a success. So what are the benefits of having targeted email lists? You can have an email list. Oh, thank you so much for the right content to the right audience at the right time equals success. Thanks for that. For dropping that in. So when you attract people into your email list, it's very important that you attract the right kind of audience for the kind of service that you want to offer. Fishermen go into, they go fishing, they throw in their nets into the river or into the pool, as the case may be. They draw in all sorts of fish, but as the time goes on, they start to see that, oh, I don't need this kind of fish. This is not the kind of fish I need. And then they gather the ones that are suited for them. I'm sure along the line, in the course of this workshop, people will probably talk to you about segmentation and all that. So I won't jump ahead. But the important thing is having the right set of audience, the audience that are suited to you in your email list. And what does that do? It increases engagement, because there's no point in having a 10,000 strong email list of uninterested subscribers. What does that mean? It simply means that you're going to have people who will not engage with your content. So that's one of the benefits. So if you have people who are your targeted email list, targeted emails to a targeted email list improves communication between you and your target audience. It helps with increased engagement. Another thing is, with that, you are able to personalize your emails. When I say personalize your emails, the right kind of email, the right kind of content, because they are targeted, their needs, their wants, the problems you're solving. You are able to send the right message to the right audience so that you have a successful email campaign. That's one thing that you are able to, that's one of the benefits rather of having, a targeted email list. Another benefit is you have a better subscriber insight. You know what those things, those information that they are responding to, you are able, it's a form of research and data gathering. You see that if you send this message to them based on their activity or based on their activity, based on their actions or performances on, your previous email, you are able to bucket them into the right list, into the right segments, and then you are able to send the right information. Then you have now, oh, this particular segment, this are the wants and needs of the problems of this particular segment, and you are able to send the right kind of message to them. So you're able to have a better subscriber insight. Another thing is it increases conversion, because if you're sending the right kind of email to me, you are sending the right kind of information to me. I know, I mean, it's almost as if you're in my head. It's almost as if you are in my head, and then you're able to convert me better. Even when you send and say, oh, you're selling this is what you have for me. I'm able to, grab it, and there you go. You are able to convert, and then it improves your ROI. Your ROI meaning your return on investment, because you have some set of costs, which we'll call acquisition costs, or some sort of maintenance costs on those ESPs, that you have all these emails addresses that are hosting you. So definitely you have a better ROI. So you are not sending emails or information, or you are not communicating with people who are not interested. So that's one of the benefits of having targeted email list. So give me I want you guys to react. So that I know that so far we're all on the same page. So by way of a quick recap, we have looked at the importance of having an email list for building an email list for businesses, and then we just finished talking about the part where talking about the benefits of having targeted email lists. Yes, thank you so much, Olani Peter. I'm with you, Esther Olomo. Wow, yes, nice. I'm happy to hear that you're learning a lot already. Yes, that's why you're here in the first place, to learn, to build your email list, and most definitely that will help your business, whatever business you're into at this very moment. So yes, we've talked about the importance of having an email list. We've talked about the benefits of having a targeted email list. So let's look at the overview. Let's look at the overview of email list building process, because there's a process to building your email list. Email addresses of people will not just appear on your email list. There's a process that you're going to, there's a process to building an email list. So I'm going to run us through the three major processes that that would help you to build your own email list. We're going to look at, before you build that list, there's some questions you need to ask yourself. Yeah, you don't want to build an email list because every other person is building an email list. There's a reason, there's a why. So you're going to have some questions. You're going to ask yourself some questions before you build your email list. And then there's something that, you remember that I mentioned, the law of reciprocity. I mean, you give people something, they give you something in return. So before I give you my email list, my email address rather, before I give you my email address, there's something that you would give me that is of value. There's something that you would give me that is of value that will make me exchange my email address for that particular thing that you're giving to me. So definitely we're going to look at that. And that thing is called the lead magnet. So we're going to talk a bit about your lead magnet. We're going to talk about the principles of lead magnet creation. So once we're done with that, we'll look at how to start, because yes, there's a process as well. You're going to start, and then how do you promote your lead magnet so that you can build your email list. So we're going to go right ahead. So before you build that list, there's some questions you need to ask yourself. I remember Nice saying that when I asked that if there's any problem with social media platforms, what would be her fallback plan? And she said she doesn't have one because she doesn't have an email list. And then definitely she would want to know about building an email list. But first of all, you need to ask yourself, Nice, so what is my why? What is your why? Why do you want to build that list? Is the sole reason because yes, I can get hacked, I can get banned from my social media, and then I need an email list as a backup plan? You need to ask. Or is it just a backup plan? A backup plan that you only remember once in 6 months, once in a year, when it seems as if things are dull, and then you remember them. Remember, at the beginning of this class, I said those email addresses, there are people behind them, and you need to treat them as such. So it's very important to understand that relationship matters. Relationship is important. So most definitely, those email addresses have people, human beings, real human beings, flesh and blood behind them. So you need to ask yourself, why do I want to build this list? Is it to have a community? Or is it just to sell, sell, sell? And I want to have people that I can sell to when there's a need or there's an offer that I have. You need to ask that why. And then you need to understand who is the target audience. Who are the people that I want to have on my email list? Depending on my offer, depending on the service, which is the next thing anyway, depending on the offer, depending on the service that I'm offering, then who are the right kind of people that should be on my email list because of my service and my offer? Yes, your content can go viral on social media. You can have a lot of followers. You can have 5,000, 10,000. We have people, 2 million, 10 million followers. But are those people the right people? You know, the people who actually need your service, or they're just there to fill space? So you need to, put all those things, ask yourself those questions before you build that list. Then who are the people who need what you are offering? You need to be able to, identify them. How can you offer that service, offer that product in a way that suits them best? Email is a channel, is one of the marketing channels. Just like you have your social media, so just like, you do ads on Facebook and all that. Email is a channel. And then I'm saying that, how would I, offer them through this channel in the way that suits them best? You need to ask yourself that question. Then how will I follow up with, my email list without being irritating, without, coming off as too much in their face, without, there's what they call email fatigue. I'm not sending, I'm not bombarding them with emails per second, per minute, such that some of them will unsubscribe. So I need to agree, I need to understand, even before I build my email list, how will I follow up with them without being irritating, or without being a pest, or without them marking my emails as spam? Because once a subscriber marks your email as spam, the message that sends to the email service provider or even their own email is that I don't want this person in my inbox. So this person is a pest. And then it starts affecting what we call your deliverability. Yes, spamming. So that you don't appear to them as if you are spamming them. And we have a lot of spammers. We have a lot of spammers. Permit me to say this, I just remembered. Because, I'm just getting a bit ahead of myself. We are going to discuss that a little bit later. Because some of these spammings are people who probably buy email lists, meaning that they have email addresses of people who did not voluntarily opt in to be on their email list. So when you see an email from somebody that you don't even know, that you don't know how they got your email address, most definitely you will tag them as a spam email. And the message that sends back to their email service provider is that there's the likelihood that this person did not get this email address in the right way. So it's very, very important to put this into perspective. Yes, I hear a lot. So check your spam. Yes, check your spam. I like that. Nice. Check your spam, because if you are the spam folder is basically to send emails. To put the emails of those the person sending the email that your service provider is of the opinion that this person probably did not opt in voluntarily, and then it goes to the spam. And that's why a lot of people will say, even if you check your spam folder, whitelist our email address so that your service provider, your email service provider, will know that yes, you are expecting an email from us. So that's how that works. So then you would also need to ask yourself, how would you love to be seen by your subscribers? It's important, which is somewhat of your brand identity. How would you love to be seen by them? Do you want to be seen as a spammer, so to speak, or do you want to, to be seen as somebody who gives value, so that when they see your name in their inbox, they are quick to click on your email and to read your email and to take the action that you want them to take? So all of these are the questions that you will ask yourself from the beginning. So let's look at lead magnets, and let's talk about the principles of lead magnet creation. So if you've been following me so far, please drop a comment. Let me know that you're getting value for what Mildred is bringing to you today. Let me see your comments. Let me know that you are getting value for what you are learning from what you're learning today. So let me see your comments. I'll be checking that out. So let's look at, yes, you're getting enlightened, Esther. I like that. I like that. I'm still with you. Yes, Olani Peter. Thank you so much. So let's look at lead magnets, and let's look at the principles of lead magnet creation. So if we all say, what is a magnet? A magnet is something that attracts another thing to itself. We all know while we were growing up, when you use a magnet and you put it near, how do I put it, something metallic, it draws that thing to itself. And that's basically the purpose of a lead magnet, because what the lead magnet does is to draw people to you, to draw subscribers to you, something of value that you will give to them in exchange for their email addresses. That's what is referred to as lead magnets. And you know what? Anything can be your lead magnet. Anything can be your lead magnet. So many examples, you know, we have so many. It could be depending on the service or the product you are offering, anything can be your lead magnet. Your lead magnet can be a cheat sheet. It can be an Excel sheet of, you know, some sort of information that people can get value from. It can be a content calendar for people who probably, if you are a content creator and you are rendering service in that field of content marketing or content creation, and you know that some of your audience, they are stuck, they don't know what to come up with as their content for their audience, you can come up, you know, with a content calendar. The content calendar will help them, so that can serve as your lead magnet. You can come up with a white paper on some sort of research. Some people, you know, they don't have the time, or they don't have the luxury of time to do some things for themselves. So they rely on people to help them out. So definitely you can have anything whatsoever can be your lead magnet. And then, you know, when you have all those value giving, how do I put it? You know, those things as your lead magnet, like I said, it could be a mini course. Okay, you have the overarching major offer, and then you can take a little bit of that cost that you want to give to them and give to them as a lead magnet, so that they have a foretaste, you know, of what you're going to give to them. You can have a checklist, you can have a guide, you can have a planner, you can have a challenge, you know, so many things that you can use as your lead magnets. You can use case studies, you can use tutorials, you can use, you know, gives them something to print. I have used a video of a lecture that I had given, and then I had given it out as a lead magnet because not a lot of people were not available as at that time. So I packaged it and, you know, gave it out as a lead magnet, and I was able to build my email list from that. So you have a lot of things that you can use as your lead magnet. And another thing you need to know is you have to make your lead magnet attractive. You know, how do you make your lead magnet attractive? These are some of the points that, you know, I have listed. It should solve just one problem. The essence of a lead magnet is something that is quick for them to digest, is quick for them to understand. It solves just one problem, and then it is easily digestible because it promises a quick win. You don't want people consuming your lead magnet and wondering, okay, so what was all that? Oh, this is a blatant waste of time. So your lead magnet must be attractive in the sense that it is solving just one problem of your audience or your target audience or of the prospective subscribers that you're looking for. It solves just one problem, and then it promises a quick win, meaning that it goes straight to the point. You are not going to Ogun State, and then first of all you went towards Ilorin for you to now come and divert back to Ogun State. You are going straight ahead to what, you know, you are giving them the solution directly to what, you know, the problem is that you're trying to solve. It is easily digestible in the sense that it is not overwhelming and it is not too intense. You know, a lot of people, our level and rate of assimilation is different. So you don't want your subscribers to be, or you don't want your prospective customers to be confused about what it is you're giving to them. So definitely it will go straight to, you know, the problem that you're trying to solve. So it's not overwhelming, it's not intense, it's not an empty solution. Because if people are very, very sophisticated, you need to know that. A lot of clients, a lot of us, even for some of us that are on this training program today, we are very sophisticated. We already have information at our fingertips. There's so many things that we have already learned. So to a lot of people who want us to be on their email list, they have to put in the hard work. Yes, they have to put in the hard work. So definitely, you know that people's level of sophistication is high, and most definitely you cannot promise an empty solution. So you have to give value, and then it complements your big offer. Like I said, you have that major overarching offer that you want to give out to people eventually. So this lead magnet is just like a tip of the iceberg, so that people will know that if you can give me this much with this lead magnet, then I trust that you will give me much more. And then another thing is you have to do your research. Just don't jump into, you know, having a lead magnet for the sake of having a lead magnet. You have to do your research. So there's a mail from our organizer. So it's glad, I'm also glad that you're getting value. So it's important you take a screenshot and tag Maildrip at Maildrip on Instagram. Yes, it's important that you tag them, and then you tag me also. My Instagram page is _A_Proof. That's where, and you can also follow Maildrip and then follow me as well. So that's beautiful. So let's go on to how do you start to you know, get together or build your lead magnet. You already have an idea of what you want. You already have it. You know, you don't have to start worrying yourself, you know, about what you have. Make it as simple. Keep it simple. Your lead magnet is just something like you are whetting their appetite. So it's something that they would look forward to, the bigger offer that you are going to give to them. So definitely make your lead magnet simple. You don't need to complicate things. You don't need to have a perfectionist approach to, you know, having your lead magnet and setting out your lead magnet. So how do you start? Once again, understand your audience. You already have an idea of the audience that you want to have. So by the time you do what we call an audience avatar or a research about your audience, it will help you to have an idea of how to start. Choose the problem you want to solve. Okay, what do I want to give to them? I want to give to them swipe files, or I want to give to them a quiz. Maybe if you're in the health industry, you want to give them a quiz about weight loss or something, you know. So definitely choose the problem you want to solve. Decide on the format of your lead magnet. And it's important. The format is important because it has to be something that they can easily access. If they're going to download it, they have to be able to download it easily. Yes, I like that, Esther Olomo. Research is the key in all. Yes, research is important because you need to research your audience. You need to research the problem that they have, because when you're coming up with your customer avatar, you have an idea of the problem that you're trying to solve. And then you decide on the format. When I say the format, keep it simple. Always put that at the back of your mind. Keep it simple, because simplicity is the watchword. And then give yourself a timeline. Why is it important to give yourself a timeline? If you don't give yourself a timeline, you're not going to finish. Give yourself a reasonable timeline. If I want to get this lead magnet ready in the next 24 hours, I want to get this lead magnet ready in the next 48 hours, then keep to that timeline. Because if you want something complicated, you want something sophisticated, you want it top of the range, you're not going to do anything. I mean, you're just going to dump it somewhere and then you won't go ahead. So it's important to give yourself a timeline and then create that lead magnet. A lot of us on this workshop already have things that we can use as our lead magnets. Yes, so procrastination won't set in. Thank you so much, Olani Yopita. So, you know, a lot of us have things. Some of you already have things that you have in your repertoire, that you can share with people, and they will be glad that you have shared it with them. So it's very important so when you create it, you create your lead magnet, you also create your sign up or your opt-in forms or your landing pages, as the case may be. And Maildrip is a platform that is helping creators, that is helping, entrepreneurs to build their email list, to nurture their email list, to have a community, in their email list that will love them, that will like them, that will buy from them over and over, and that will even be ambassadors of their businesses. So I would be charging us, now and even much later, a little bit later in the course of this conversation, to sign up on the Maildrip platform. And one good thing about them is once you sign up, it's free. Once you sign on the freemium, basically they even give you 1,000 units. Yes, www.maildrip.io. So sign up and walk round. It's very simple. It's a very simple platform. Already, I've signed up as well. I've sent emails from their platforms. I've done landing pages. I've received, I've tested it. So it's a good one. So start using Maildrip. Yes, nice. Please go ahead. So www.maildrip.io, you can sign up, and it's super easy to sign up. It's super easy to sign up. So sign up on Maildrip and then start experiencing some of these things that we are discussing. So like I said, create your, yes, that's been pinned for us, www.maildrip.io. So create your lead magnet. And it's not just creating your lead magnet. You know that for your lead magnet, you also have to create a landing page that will help them to give you their names and their email addresses. So definitely you need to create either your opt-in forms or your landing pages that you can use to, gather those email addresses that you need. Then craft your CTA copy. What do I mean by CTA? That's your call to action. Your call to action is that, that hook that will let them drop their email address and get the lead magnet. That, yes, it's beginner friendly. Yes, Maildrip is beginner friendly. And then I said choose an appropriate email marketing platform. I've told you Maildrip is beginner friendly. You can chat with them. If you need any help, they are easily available to help you. And then you decide on your strategy or your mode. Yes, your CTA is your call to action. Then you decide on your mode of delivery of your email, of your lead magnet, to build your email list. So let's go on to the final part of this conversation, and then I'll take your questions so that we can drive it home appropriately. So how do you promote your lead magnet? Because like I said, your lead magnet is that thing that you give your subscribers in exchange for, your would-be subscribers in exchange for their email list. So how do you promote your lead magnet and build your list? There are three major ways. You either build, that is organically, you either borrow, or you buy. You either build, you either borrow, or you buy. So when I say build, that's organic. I have my lead magnet. I put it up on my link in bio, on my social media, on my Instagram, or I put the link out there on all my other social media platforms, my LinkedIn, my Twitter, or X, as the case may be, my Pinterest, my where else, my TikTok, and all of that. I put that link out there, and basically what that is helping me to do is to direct traffic, to my lead magnets. So that's one way to be, and it's organic. You are creating a content around it, you are sending that out, people are seeing it, and then it's directing traffic to your lead magnet. And as they are dropping their email list, your email service provider is taking note of those email addresses, and then there you are building your email list. That's the build, that's organic. Another way is to borrow, and borrowing means, to a large extent, collaboration. That means you're collaborating with like-minded people in your industry, in your industry, or in your sphere, in your community. You have people. I can go to, for example, Maildrip is a platform where in a conversation or for a course like this, I meet other people, we network, and I can say, oh, I want to just landing on Maildrip's page right now is even interesting. Yeah, that's good. Cox and Dapper, that's very nice. I'm already enjoying their interface. I see that I'll enjoy the user experience. Yes, that's a very good one. That's very, very good. So everyone, while we are on this discussion, or even as we finish the conversation for today, go ahead, go to Maildrip, www.maildrip.io, and then sign up, and then you get 1,000 units free for you even to start experiencing and sending out emails to your existing list if you have, and even if you don't have, you can start building your email list right away. So I've talked about building. Then let's look at borrowing. I was just talking about borrowing before I saw the comment from Cox and Dapper. So we can meet, I can go and to that person's audience or use that person's platform, of course, after we must have agreed to build my email list. So I can do a guest post, I can do a guest appearance on a podcast, I can do a guest, go to another person's platform as a guest, and then talk about, the value, talk about some things, and then at the end of the day, drop my link for them to join my email list, and that way I am borrowing the person, or I'm borrowing my I'm borrowing the audience. So that's another way to promote my lead magnet. And another way is to buy. And buying simply means ads. We know Facebook ads. I pay. In buying, you are paying. In borrow, you may not pay, depending on the agreement you have with the person you are collaborating with. So depending on that agreement. But in buy, you're simply paying to have, people join your email list, you do ads, and then that is it. So I think this is where we end this conversation. Let me have your comments. Let me know if you have gotten value for this very first class, this very first workshop organized by Maildrip. They are coming to give you, a wonderful platform for you to build, to nurture, and to grow your email list, and also to grow your business in return. So I'm saying cheers to a successful email list building experience. And I have my IG handle there at @A_Proved. And you can contact me at abidemi@gmail.com. I like what Cox and Dapper said: collaboration, joint venture, etc. So thank you so much, Olanio Peter. Value choked presentation. I'm glad to be here. It's an honor to be on Maildrip's platform to have this conversation. So if you have any question, I would love you to put it on the comments, and then I would answer your question right away. So let's go. Let's have your question. Thank you so much, The Lifestyle of Faith. Please, can you sign up with a Gmail? Yes, I believe so. I actually signed up with my Gmail on Maildrip. Yes, thank you. Oh, nice. Thank you so much. I appreciate this. Thank you, Maildrip. Thank you, AAA Proof. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So let's have your questions. Yes, getting a lot of value. Thank you. I appreciate that. So let's have questions. If you have questions, this is the time to ask away. Just ask away so that we can treat your questions as it relates to everything that has been said. Like I said, as a recap, we have talked about the importance of building an email list for your business. Okay, I like that. You said I held you right by your hand. Yeah, that's very good. That's very good. Yes, you're getting value. I'm also honored to be here. So I've talked about the importance of building email lists for your businesses. Don't leave it till tomorrow. Don't leave it till tomorrow. Don't leave it till later. Don't let procrastination be the thief of the beautiful thing that you can actually start with your email list, because the money is in the list. The money is in the list. Social media platforms are great. Social media platforms are good. They actually, with the combination of your social media platform and your email list, the sky definitely is your limit. But it's also important to build your email list. We had also looked at the benefits of having targeted email list. We've looked at the overview of email list building process, and which is questions to ask yourself before you build the list, your lead magnets and the principles of your lead magnet creation. Yes, I talked about CATS, which is the right content to the right audience at the right time will give you success. So it's important to remember that CATS. And then you said, what is the best tool to use? That's a Vigo Consult is asking a question. What's the best tool to use for email campaign and how to use the tools? Email Drip is one of the the very best. I've already said you can sign up on email lists. I mean, you can sign up on Mail Drip so that they have a very good interface. It's easy. It's easy to. I did a campaign today on the Mail Drip platform. It's easy. Just sign on. That's assignment I'm giving to all of you. That's assignment I'm giving to all of you. Sign up on Mail Drip, and once you sign up, feel your way around it. There's a chat a box so that you can ask questions if you get stuck. You can send them emails. They can, yes. So kindly sign up at Vigo Consult. Sign up on Mail Drip, and then you can start from there. It's super, super, super easy to sign up. So thank you so much for your time. Yes, sign up already. Great, great. So thank you so much for your time. And are there still any more questions? We have just about another 4 minutes. I think so. Are there still any more questions? And you can follow them on their Instagram page at the Mail Drip. You can chat them up in their DM if you have questions, and they would respond ASAP. Do you have any more questions? Okay. Nice. Intentional Nini. It's been great. As a project manager, how can you harness email list? As a project manager, how can you harness email list? Yes, I saw that. As a project manager, how can you harness email list? So like I said, email list is super important for any business. So whatever business that you are as the project manager, it depends on what project are you looking at. So harnessing email list, it depends. Do you want to give out information? Do you want to, email list is not just for selling. It can be in form of, if I need an information, I am sure that I will get the information from Esther Olomo based on the value of the information that she has been giving to me before. Depending on the project, depending on the situation or the particular context of the project management you're talking about. So it can be educational, it can be informational before it even becomes promotional. I hope you got that. So to harness your email list, you can come forth. I said sometimes earlier that how do you want to be perceived by your subscribers? How do you want to be perceived? So you can first of all come out as informational, as educational, before you can now, push out that promotional aspect to your email list. And let me tell you, the moment they know that they have gotten value upon value upon value from you, it's not difficult to get them to buy whatever it is that you want them to buy from you. So basically, that's that. So thank you so very much. Thank you so very much, Esther. Thank you so much, Nice. Thank you so much. Yes, informational before promotional. Yes, the lifestyle of faith. Educational, informational, and then promotional. Yes, that's the order. Because you don't want to come off as being salesy. You don't want to come off as if you are just here to grab their money. You are just here to get access into their wallet, but you would have given them value. And then when you ask them to buy, it is easy for them to buy. So thank you. Yes, Esther Olomo, thank you. So I think we're good. Any more questions before we call it an evening? Thank you so much for your time. I've equally enjoyed myself, honestly. I've equally enjoyed myself. And I know that if you want to watch a replay, yes, thank you, Coxon Dapper. And I'm sure if you want to watch a replay of this, you can get that on the handle of at the Mail Drip on their Instagram handle. I'm sure you can always have access to this replay. Yeah, so that's it. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Thank you so much. Yeah, I appreciate that. It's an honor, and I'm glad. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And don't forget, sign up, sign up, sign up, sign up, sign up. You get 1,000 units or 1,000 credits free, so that you can use that to start, building your email list. So yeah, yes, see the people behind. You're very right. You're very right. So that's wonderful. That's wonderful. That's beautiful. Yes, you're welcome. You're welcome. So yes, Esther Lomo, thank you too. Thanks for listening. Thank you so much for listening. The replay link will be in the group. Oh yes, will be in the group that has been created for everyone on this workshop. And ensure once you've logged on, I think you can put a screenshot there so that Maildrip will know that you have actually signed up. So that's beautiful. Thank you so much. I equally enjoyed myself, and thank you for the audience. Thank you, Maildrip, as well, for the opportunity. Thank you. Okay, so I'll be saying good night from here. So stay blessed, everyone, and go and build that email list. Go and build that email list. Go and build that email list. No more procrastination. Build your email list with Maildrip. Thank you once again, and good night.